Good day to you and welcome to a fresh episode of the program Last Week in Nigeria. My name is Emmanuel Oriowo, and what we do on this program is to bring you stories that make the headlines from the national dailies across the country last week in Nigeria. Don't forget, you can follow us on all our social media handles using @Last Week in Nigeria to connect the dots with us on all our social media platforms. That is Instagram, TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, not forgetting Facebook, and of course on YouTube. You can like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification button so that you can have the notification about our subsequent episodes on @Last Week in Nigeria. Let's begin this way. Front page of the Nation newspaper will be my first port of call, and we have this one. After the killing of 16 soldiers, we have it in the news again that another ambush took place in the same Delta state and took the lives of 6 policemen. Where are we headed to in terms of insecurity? Now, taking it to the security architecture of our nation, it's not a good omen for us. That's the way the Nation newspaper puts it. Insecurity, 6 police officers killed in another Delta ambush. It's in the Nation newspaper. Still in the Nation newspaper, we have this one. Minimum wage crisis brews in states over chapters demand for jumbo pay. The Daily Independent, we have this one. Military action must follow rules of engagement. Concerned Nigerians are speaking up concerning the killing of the 16 soldiers in Delta State. Residents worry over audacious abductions in Kaduna State. This day newspaper, we have this one. It says, slain soldiers, military relaxes siege to Delta communities, indigents commence gradual return. You recall that a lot of people flee from that community when the killing of 16 soldiers happened recently. The Nigerian Tribune, we have this one. How battle for 2027 is tearing apart Labour Party. That's been revealed in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The Sunday Telegraph has this one, and it says, 10 months on, Southwest, Northeast, Northwest dominates Tinubu's appointment. Some people are beginning to look at where this is going. As reported by the New Telegraph, the Sunday edition this time around, LP faces implosion over Abure convention. Now you have this one, 16 abducted Sangaya children rescued by Nigerian army in Sokoto. That's the way the Sunday Leadership newspaper puts it. This Business Day on Sunday has this one. It says, food crisis, Nigerians urge Tinubu to reopen borders to end hunger in the land. Terrorism, secession, DHQ, that is the defense headquarters, declare Simon Ekpa, Abu Zaida, 95 others wanted. That's the way the Daily Sun newspaper puts it. The Vanguard newspaper has this one. In new attacks, 8 policemen killed in Delta, Igbo, 6 missing. Daily Trust newspaper has this one. Citizens demand life-changing project as states get more funds. That's the way the Daily Trust newspaper puts it. And the Sunday Times has this one. It says, pardon for better edu stalled as fresh discoveries emerged. That's the embattled former minister in this case. The Blueprint has this one. We couldn't sleep, eat as some patient dies from trauma. This is a statement coming from the Kuriga children that were kidnapped in Kaduna State. The Matrix newspaper has this one. Imo, Kogi, Kano, Oyo, Osun, Edo, top states that borrowed from CBN to pay salaries. That's the way the Matrix newspaper captions it. Still on the front page of the Matrix newspaper, released Kuriga students, confusion over number of abductees. First of all, we had that there were about 287. Now we have conflicting figures. That's the way the Matrix captions it. The Guardian newspaper has this one, still talking about the living minimum wage and all of that, the way it's been discussed. But this time around, it's saying living wage negotiations hobbled by debts, poor execution in states. The Nation newspaper has this one, front page. Tinubu pledges safer schools after rescue of Kaduna pupils. The Punch newspaper has this one, boldly written on the front page. Kaduna abductions. FG plans school safety corps as 137 pupils regain freedom. The New Telegraph has this one. It says, troops rescue 137 abducted Kaduna school children. We have the figures conflicted each other. 287, now 137 regaining their freedom. The Daily Independent says, after Kaduna students' release, Tinubu vows to make schools safe. The Nigerian Tribune says, Knox trail escape of BINANCE executive from detention. This story is a little bit funny, that you get to arrest someone and that person escapes from your space. How do we go about this? What happened? We're sure that in days to come, there will be a lot of revelation concerning how he escaped from their detention. The Daily Times has this one, no ransom for the release of kidnapped Kuriga school children. That's the federal government speaking there. 6.8 million naira Hajj fare. Intending pilgrims demand a refund. That's the way the Daily Trust newspaper has it. And we have this one also. It says, still on the front page, 6 out of 137 rescued Kaduna students hospitalized as teacher dies. Vanguard newspaper has this one. NSA launches global manhunt as Binance official flees custody. Sheikh Gumi has questions to answer. FG declares as regards the issue of banditry in the country. That's from the Leadership newspaper. Our abductors fed us with bread and akara. That's bean cake. They never molested us. That's the account of those that were abducted and that were rescued last week in Nigeria. That's the way the Blueprint newspaper puts it. The Nigerian News Direct has this one. Naira appreciation crashes PMS ex-depot prices. Governor Lawal to Tinubu, please help. Zamfara under siege. That's on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper. The Punch newspaper has this one. CBN, EFCC probe banks, firms over alleged forex racketeering. The Daily Trust newspaper has this one. CBN raises banks' capitalization to 200 billion naira. Some varying stories, the way it is. Well, we're using this opportunity to also say congratulations and happy birthday to our president. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will clock 72, though he said my birthday should be celebrated at the lowest key because I have too many things on my plate. There's insecurity, there's economic hardship. So Mr. President, we're saying happy birthday to you, or should I say belated happy birthday to you as you clocked 72 years. Thank you for saying you want to go low key on that, but well, we hope you roll up your sleeves and hit the ground running because Nigerians are already counting. It's 10 months already. We have 2 months to clock 1 year for you to celebrate your first anniversary in the saddle. Some sporting gist now for you. Adam Olore, exclusive. I want to do very well in the Olympics and come back with gold on my neck. I love this kind of spirit as credited to this wonderful superstar from Nigeria. All right, more of the sporting gist that we have for you that happened last week in Nigeria as reported. Sporting Sun has this one. Osimhen's 16th highest paid player in Europe. Congratulations to our own, who is making us proud everywhere he goes. On that note, I want to say a big thank you to you for sharing your moment with me. And on behalf of the crew from here, I want to say a big thank you to you. Let's do this together again next week. Do plan to join us on a fresh episode of the program Last Week in Nigeria. But don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles, on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook, and of course, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Like, comment, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your loved ones that Last Week in Nigeria is your one-stop shop for all the news as reported by national dailies in Nigeria last week. So, keep it up with me. I'll be here again next week. My name is Emmanuel Oriowo. On behalf of us all here, we celebrate you as you also celebrate Easter today. Happy Easter to everyone celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ globally. Bye for now.